Good people, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome. This is Mose Knows, and I'm your host, Mose. Today, we are on episode 17 of the team-specific mock draft series, and I am your resident GM of the Las Vegas Raiders. I was about to say Oakland, but I caught myself. It was right there. I was about to say but I caught myself and I said Las Vegas. If they're not in Oakland no more, they're in Las Vegas. Why they moved, I don't know. Their stadium is hot, but I would have built that in Oakland and let Oakland have that. But they moved, whatever. They're the Las Vegas Raiders, and I'm the GM of them today. So let's pick them some players. Let's try to make this team a little bit better. Let's help Chucky out, and let's move this in the right direction. So we're gonna jump right in. Not gonna waste no time. We're gonna select the Raiders. Next. Give me 7 rounds. I want a fast draft speed. I don't need to see everybody else. I might make a comment, but I don't need to really see it. Same top 3. Lawrence, Wilson, Fields. Okay, Raiders on the clock at number 17. Got a lot of work to do. We got rid of some really, really good offensive line. Trent Williams, gone. Gabe Jackson, gone. Rodney Hudson, gone. What? Black Hole, I need y'all to talk to me. What? Now, I understand it because of a post that I put up on my Instagram, link in the description below. I might slide in the little photographic image. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to say infographic, but it's not info. Whatever. I might slide that in right here so that you can see what the IG looks like. But I posted something on Instagram. I did the top 5 teams with cap space money to spend, and I did the bottom 5 who was in the negative. And the Raiders was in the negative quite a bit. They had a lot of cap casualties that they needed to make happen, players that they needed to get rid of to get those numbers off the books in order to get to the league cap number, which was, I believe it's 185 million is the cap, ceiling cap. I'm all discombobulated, don't worry what I'm talking about. But you know what I'm saying. The 185 is the max that you have for your salary cap amongst your players, and they was over it by like 50, 60 million, something ridiculous. I gotta look up the number. I don't have my phone with me right now, which is probably a good thing. But they were over crazy. So they had to get rid of these contracts in order to be able to get under the cap. But maybe they didn't have the numbers on the defensive side. I mean, those guys are veterans. They're offensive linemen. They've played at a high level in this league a long time. So naturally, their contracts would reflect that. But to get rid of that much firepower in your offensive line, you're talking about 3 Pro Bowl type players in your offense, on your offensive line. And that's pretty much from the center, and the whole right side is gutted. Hudson, Gabe Jackson, Trent Brown, like just gutted. So we're gonna have to make up for that. In my first round mock, I mocked Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah to the Raiders. And any other time, I think he would be a really, really good fit for that defense with his versatility, what he's able to do as a linebacker, and possibly sometimes dropping as a safety. They already have somebody like that, similar with Jonathan Abram, who is a safety, but can play linebacker and drop down in the box. If you have those 2 guys switching off and rotating, it confuses the quarterback. They don't know who's deep, who's up at the line. Maybe they're both up at the line, maybe they're both deep. You could do a lot. You could do a lot of different things with those 2 guys in your defense. But with the run on quarterbacks at the early part of this first round, and with the lack of talent that you have on your offensive line now, you got to think about protecting Derek Carr. You got to think about opening up running lanes for Josh Jacobs. So he's the highest rated tackle on the board. I think we can fit him in that right tackle spot to replace Trent Brown. So I'm going to go Tevin Jenkins, offensive tackle out of Oklahoma State. I think that's a good pick for them there at 17. I knew that was going to happen. But it has to happen. It makes sense. I'm talking about something else. I saw something, and I'm working on version 2.0 of my full first round mock. I'm kind of, working things out in the background, seeing how I like different players, doing my research. I'm getting that together. I'm trying to put that out maybe a week or so before the actual draft. Once teams are kind of set with what they want to do as far as any free agents they want to bring in or any trades. Sure, there will be draft night trades with the first round, but teams will probably already be set with what their rosters are going in. So I'll probably put that out maybe a week or a couple days before the first night of the draft. But I'm working on that, and I saw something in this draft engine that's random, that's kind of going along with my thought process with one particular player. And I'll probably let you guys in and be privy to that at that time. Now, we're back on the clock here in the second round, pick 48. I still think you got to replace these guys. Now, do you want to replace the center position, who is kind of like the captain of that offensive line? It usually helps the quarterback with setting the protections, or do you want to go guard in this particular instance? Now, when it comes to being the captain of that offensive line and helping the quarterback with any protections, I don't think you want to throw a rookie into that fire. I think you want an established guy who's kind of been around the league, who's seen different things, who knows what to look for in a defensive alignment, and who can help Derek Carr, make those decisions in the heat of the moment. So because of that, I'm going to choose Wyatt Davis over Landon Dickerson, and maybe we can find a veteran center who's available for us to sign after the draft as a free agent signing. And I'm going to go Wyatt Davis here at 48. And now we've taken care of right tackle and guard. And I think these two guys, Tevin Jenkins and Wyatt Davis, are plug and play day one starters on that right side. And we kind of don't lose a beat. We have those guys at least for the next 5 to 10 years. All right, back on the clock here at 79, and we can be as luxurious as we want with these two picks because we got back-to-back. We got 79 and 80. And y'all know what Mose is going to say right now. If you've been here with me through any of these videos, you already know. Say it with me. Mose loves multiple picks in any round. It allows you to be flexible, allows you to take a little bit more of a chance, a little bit more of a risk than you otherwise normally would. Now I see two guys right here at the top, and I'm gonna take both of them. Let me double check. Yeah, we could re-up. We might not need to. Okay, well let me rethink this. Okay, we can still do that. Okay, our first two picks, first round, second round, we focused on offense. Now I think we want to focus on defense. Originally, I said I had, Owusu Koromoa slotted to them for that linebacker spot for his versatility. I still do think we need to upgrade the linebacker position. I'm not too fond of the linebackers that we have, and I think we can always upgrade that position, get some more talent, get some more bodies in there. And I think this guy has shown his versatility at the linebacker position. He's not as versatile as Owusu Koromoa, where he could give you some help, probably dropping back at in safety. Probably not as good of a coverage linebacker as Owusu Koromoa could be because of his versatility. but he is an adequate coverage linebacker. He's an adequate blitzer from the linebacker position. He gives you that sideline to sideline, chase down speed, solid tackler. I think he can come in and, even as a young guy, be a leader on his defense. So at pick 79, I'm going to take Chad Surratt, linebacker out of North Carolina. And then at pick 80, I'm going to go Tyson Campbell, corner out of Georgia. I think we need to re-up that cornerback position. I think we got some guys on the team, some young guys that still need to step up. But if we can bring in more competition, I think that only fosters that. There have been some some misses at that cornerback position with some guys that we've drafted. So let's just make sure that we keep that competition, bred in that room. Okay. Let's see where we want to go. So we took care of linebacker, we took care of corner, tackle and interior, offensive line. Interior D-line is an option. Who we got? We got Maurice Hurst, Jonathan Hankins just signed, Solomon Thomas, got David Irving, and Quentin Jefferson. So we got a good rotation on that interior defensive line. So that may not be an option. We got Cleveland Farrell, we got Max Crosby, we got Arden Key, we got Carl Nassib, we just signed out of Ngakwe. So edge is not really the need. I know I'm not a fan of this tight end class. Kenny Yeboah could be an option, but not really. Safety, we got Tariq Thompson, we got Talanoa Hufanga, James Wiggins. I'm a big Hufanga fan, really. I mean, I like Tariq Thompson, but I like Talanoa Hufanga. Could get another corner. Israel Muguamu is here. Trey Brown is here. Rodarius Williams is here. Those are options. Again, I don't think we need edge. Running back, Chuba Hubbard is here. Javion Hawkins is here. Puka Williams is here. Jared Patterson, Khalil Herbert. So we got options at running back. We could take Sage Surratt. I mean, we got Henry Ruggs. We signed John Brown and Willie Snead, Hunter Renfro, Keelan Dawes, Marcel Reedman, Brian Edwards, and Zay Jones. So we got wideouts. And I mean, Sage is only going to come in and just be a rotational piece at best. He's not going to be a starter. But then again, he could be. He could beat out those guys on the opposite Henry Ruggs or John Brown on the outside. I mean, it's possible. It's a feel-good story for the Raiders to draft two brothers. Draft Travis and then draft Sage. I think there are other players that are rated ahead of him. Let me look at Otero online. I mean, we could go Kendrick Green here. He's probably more of a guard, but he does have some experience playing center. I believe David Moore also has experience playing center. This is a tough pick. Because I could go Kendrick Green or David Moore. I think David Moore is more agile and has a little bit better ability to play the center position. Kind of a similar build to a Rodney Hudson. Not the tallest guy, but he does have a good short area strength. That could be an option for our center role. Let's go David Moore out of Grambling in the 4th round at 121. And that should help fill our center gap. Now we could also still sign a veteran center to come in And just like we draft a bridge quarterback, or not sign a bridge quarterback, a veteran, to be the bridge and maybe take over for, 1 year or half a season, and then the young guy come in. Maybe we sign a veteran to help teach David more the position, someone he can learn and grow under. And then when he's ready to assume that starting role, we insert him in. So that's a possibility. And it's a possibility that I like here for the Raiders. All right, back on the clock, 5th round, 162. Let's take a look at the safeties. Derek Forrest, Tyreek Gillespie's here. Options. We want to take a look at wide receiver. Daz Newsome is here. Marlon Williams is here. Simi Fehoko is here. Simi gives us that big body, so he'd be another option in the red zone with Darren Fowler. And then we're back on the clock at 167. So we can wait on Simi because there's a couple of guys in front of him. Let's see. No, not liking any of those guys. At least not yet. All right, let's come here. I like Gillespie out of Missouri. So let's take him at 162. Yep, and then at 167, we can go get Simi out of Stanford, big body wide receiver, help us out in the red zone. Let's see. Back on the clock here at 200 in the 6th round. Let's see. Again, I don't think it's necessary to go edge. We got a lot of guys on the edge. A lot of guys who need to step up and who need to improve and who need to take the next step in their development and in their production level. I think with the addition of Yannick Ngakoue, that can happen. Yannick is probably going to command the double teams on this defense. You're going to want to have 2 guys on him at all times, or send a tight end, a wide receiver, or running back, to chip him. So that should leave Cleveland Farrell and Max Crosby with a lot of one-on-ones. So they're going to have to execute, and they're going to have to produce, and they're going to have to step up. And they have no excuse not to now. They have a number 1 guy, a guy who's proven in this league as a pass rusher. So that should only benefit them all the more. So again, don't think it's necessary to go edge. We got guys here who need to step up and do their thing. Most of my running backs went off the board. Who's behind? Oh yeah, we don't need running back. We got Josh Jacobs and Kendrick Drake. Jalen, we're starting to be already. Running back is not a need. Get out of here. Quarterback isn't a need. I don't like any of these guys anyway. We got Derek Carr. We got Marcus Mariota behind him, who took a huge pay cut to stay. All right, bro. That's what you want to do. But I wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have took all that money off. And see, this makes more sense now. They adjusted this draft board, and Paris Ford is now 221. You can't be a safety and run a 4.8 and 4.9. There's quarterbacks. Justin Fields is running 4.4. I think Mac Jones ran like a 4.7. And did Christian Barmore run at Alabama Pro Day and ran a 4.8? So you mean to tell me you a safety, let me pull it up. 6 foot 190. And you running 4.8, 4.9? Christian Barmore is 315, 320 pounds, and he's running a faster 40 than somebody that's 6 foot 190. Paris Ford got all the tools. Great instincts, good at diagnosing plays. When he gets his hands on the ball, he can catch it. Great tackler. But that speed hurt him a lot. He was one of the top 5 safeties, and now he might fall to the 5th, 6th, or even 7th round because he ran a 4.8, 4.9. And I know speed isn't everything. Speed is not everything. But in this evaluation process, especially this abbreviated evaluation process, where there is no combine, guys can't come and compete and do field drills in front of all the teams in Indianapolis like they normally would. You know, there's just like the pro day situation, and I think those are modified a lot this year as well. And then, you know, it's just the virtual meetings that can really hurt players, and especially when you only have that one time to be evaluated. Like, you can't run your 40 at the combine, and then if you don't like it, run it again at the pro day. You can't do that this year. You know, a lot of times people will run their 40 at the combine, and if they were satisfied with their time, they wouldn't run it again. But if they weren't, you know, they would work, cut weight, get with speed trainers, do all those sort of things to make their time better, run it again at their pro day, and then they would have a better time and put that on tape, and then that's what teams will go by. You don't have that option this year. So he's stuck with that time, and that's really unfortunate for him. Was kind of stalling because I didn't know where I wanted to go. Again, edge, I don't feel is a need. Interior, defensive line, I don't think it's a need. We already got our linebacker. We already grabbed our safety. We could go another corner. Any offensive line, we want to get maybe a swing tackle. Brady James is here as an option. We want to get another guard. Jack Anderson. Jimmy Morrissey is here. Okay. Raiders got a lot of picks. Is the Raiders' problem a quarterback problem? Because I'm looking through all these positions, and I'm like, we don't need a guy here. We're good. We don't need a guy here. We don't need a guy here. Is it Derek Carr? Is he just not the guy? It has to be, right? I guess we can add another wide receiver to the mix. We can go Cornell Powell, wide receiver out of Clemson. It has to be. I'm looking at this roster and I'm like, this is a solid roster. This is solid. I'm a little perplexed. It's a solid roster. Not too many holes to fill. With 8 picks, they could do some damage, but it's like, do they really need all of that? I need Raiders fans, I need y'all to talk to me. What is the problem in Las Vegas? Is it Gruden? Is it Derek Carr? Is it something else? Let's recap, because I'm perplexed. I really need to know. So, at 17 overall in the first round, we take Tevin Jenkins, offensive tackle out of Oklahoma State. We're going to plug him in on the right side. We're good. Second round, pick 48, we took Wyatt Davis, guard out of Ohio State. Also plug him in on the right side, we're good. Third round, pick 79, we take linebacker Chad Surratt out of North Carolina. The very next pick, number 80, we take cornerback Tyson Campbell out of Georgia. Fourth round, pick 121, we take David Moore, interior offensive lineman from Grambling. He can play guard and center. I kind of forgot, and when I re-looked at the lineup, it looks like Raiders got Nick Martin, center from the Texans, who's a solid center. So we don't need to look in free agency to sign a veteran center as the bridge. Nick Martin is there. Now, if anything happens to Nick Martin, injuries or whatever, then we could slide David Moore into that position, or we can keep David Moore in the tuck. And when Richie Incognito finally decides to retire and give it up, or if he gets injured, or if he's showing that, you know, he just doesn't have it anymore, then we can, you know, put the young guy in his place at the left guard position. So, you know, he gives us flexibility as another body on the offensive line if we need to rotate a guy in or not. At 162, we take safety Tyreek Gillespie out of Missouri. At 167, we take wide receiver Simi Fehoko out of Stanford. And then at 200, I was so perplexed, didn't know what to do, because this open Raider roster looks pretty good. I mean, I said open, I knew I was going to do it. This Las Vegas Raiders roster looks pretty solid to me. I didn't know what to do. So this is a pick that I probably want back. But I don't see where else you could go with it. So that's why I need y'all, the Raiders fans, to talk to me here. We took Cornell Powell, our receiver out of Clemson. That's going to do it. That's going to wrap it up here for episode 17 of the Team Specific Mock Draft. Again, thank you for taking your time with Mose Knows. I greatly appreciate it. Again, Raiders fans, talk to me. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you didn't like. Let me know what you would do differently, especially at the back end of this draft, where there aren't too many holes to fill. Where would you go with pick 167 or pick 200? Would you trade those, you know, completely? Maybe trade those for, you know, more draft picks next year. Talk to me. You can leave a comment down below in the videos. I love all the interactions that I've had with all the fans of all the different teams so far, and I just want to keep that going. You can hit me on my socials. Again, those will be linked in the description. And if you're new, you're family, and there's nothing you can do about it. So since you're family, I need you to do two things for me. First thing I need you to do is hit that subscribe button. Then the second thing I need you to do is take another 2 seconds and hit that bell icon. Now that bell icon is going to give you notifications every time new content drops right here at Mose Knows. You want to be on top of that so that when episode 18 of the Team Specific Mock Draft series drops, you get the notification, you know when it's available, and then, you know, at your free time, you can hop on in with Mose Knows and check out the draft. Again, thanks so much for spending your time. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you in episode 18. Peace.